team bowling, you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'm a shot.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the New England Patriots. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go. Like that, 380.
Good track, good track.
Hey, check 20. Alert. 24.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, team 6. Younger.
On second down, Michel. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
You don't want no problem with me.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Let's set
Check it.
fellas, let's set a tone.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 57.
72.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
Hey, back up.
Here we go on fourth down now with Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
On the double.
6, Mike, 36.
I don't think you got it, son.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Buddy up. 5 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, Michelle. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Regular. Rim. 80 weapon. Hey, exit.
Mike's 57's Mike. I got it.
Alpha.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Hey, box drop. When he hit.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Michelle.
Situation. Let's go.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Hey, get in the weight room. Showing up.
Jugger.
25. Check 25.
Shadow.
They'll run it here. This is James White. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Wait, that's 53. Hey, ball 66.
57's a Mike.
Regular.
Now Brady. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Hatchet.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Mike's by 4.
At the 36-yard line.
Running right, this is Ingram. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Set, ready, sit, 10, Tuscan. Short. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Mike, 36. Mike.
Shut up.
Jackson from the shotgun. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Watch 30.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position.
57.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Jack it, reload. Easy. Hey, hey.
On first down, Michelle. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Brady. He's got Lacoste as tight end.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, Alabama.
It's now 4th down.
It's the motion.
Mike's 57. Ozzy. Hey, Delta.
57.
Hey, Alabama.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And an alley to run. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jamie Collins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 55 yards, and the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, 66. Come on.
And he's got room. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White in the final seconds of the first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gostkowski with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
There we go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guaranteed the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So a stop here defense. To start this 3rd quarter, just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Hey, ball 66.
And it's Michelle once again. Down right around the 25. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Hey, ball 66.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And they will run it with Michelle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Down Michelle, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on first down, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. There he goes left side, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead. That's
fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They go play action with Jackson. And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson, flushed out right. He's got it to Ingram, complete.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Check tight end, check tight.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Domata Peko, the one to get him down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, watch the leg.
Jackson, reload!
Brady going to throw. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Recon, 132 fighter.
72.
Regular. Go.
Mike 36. Mike 35.
Brady now on first down. He's got White here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, Alabama.
3 down.
I got 83. I got
Ozzy.
Switch.
Alert.
Check it back.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Tighten down. There you go.
Hey, high 7. 72.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. New England on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Again, it's Brady. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Let's go.
So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Shadow.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson, now a desperation throw deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick Chung, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offense.